Bunkers, the ultimate fortresses, built to withstand anything the modern battlefield can throw at them. Nuclear blasts, airstrikes, relentless artillery, no problem. For decades, these underground strongholds seemed impenetrable, until now. Countries like Iran, North Korea, and China have spent billions turning the Earth into their shield, confident that no weapon could touch them. But what if that confidence is misplaced? Enter the bunker buster. These terrifying bombs don't just hit their targets, they annihilate them. They tear through reinforced concrete and steel like a hot knife through butter, making even the deepest bunkers seem like sandcastles against a tidal wave. In this video, we're breaking down the evolution of these unstoppable weapons, from the groundbreaking designs of World War II to modern monsters like the GBU-57, capable of ripping through 200 feet of concrete. And here's the big question: can they be stopped? Is there any defense against a weapon designed to turn fortresses into rubble? Can nations like Iran, with their cutting-edge concrete, stand a chance? Or are these bunker busters truly unstoppable? Let's find out. As a US Air Force veteran aptly puts it, the only defense against a bunker buster is to be somewhere else. However, there are ways to stop, or at least attempt to stop, a bunker-busting bomb before it reaches its intended target. But to understand why this is the only way forward, we need to dive into the science of these massive weapons. It's like trying to outsmart a heavyweight boxer. Understanding their moves might just give you the edge you need to avoid the knockout punch. However, there's no understanding bunker buster bombs without exploring the other side of the equation, the evolution of bunkers themselves. After all, these two entities have been locked in a long-standing tug-of-war where the stakes couldn't be higher. Each time one side gains the upper hand, the other quickly adapts, leading to a relentless cycle of innovation and counter-innovation. And this video is all about that battle. Bunkers versus bunker buster bombs, high-tech concrete versus precision explosives, fortification versus annihilation. Who will win in the end? For now, and in the foreseeable future, the bunker buster bombs are leading the race, but naturally, bunkers were the first to enter the scene. In the modern world, control and adaptability are everything, whether on the battlefield or in business. That's why today's sponsor Odoo is revolutionizing how people build and manage websites, making it faster, easier, and more efficient than ever. With Odoo's website builder, you can deploy a sleek, professional website in just a few clicks. There's no coding required. Whether you're launching a defense analysis blog, an e-commerce store, or a tactical training platform, a strong online presence is key to credibility and impact. Odoo's intuitive drag-and-drop system lets you customize your site with ease, while its AI-powered tools refine your messaging, generate compelling content, and optimize your calls to action, because in any mission, communication is critical. And here's the best part. Your first app with Odoo is completely free, forever. That includes unlimited hosting, customer support, and even a custom domain for the first year. No hidden fees, no surprises. Having the right strategy and the right tools makes all the difference. So click the link in the description to try Odoo's free website builder today and bring your ideas to life. Building the website you've always imagined has never been easier. The use of bunkers began in World War I, where they served as essential shelters for soldiers facing the horrors of trench warfare. Constructed from mud and sandbags, these rudimentary fortifications quickly evolved, paving the way for more advanced designs during World War II and beyond. As aerial bombardments became a reality, nations started to dig deeper, reinforcing their shelters with concrete steel to withstand the onslaught from above. Between the World Wars, the French and Germans built extensive fortifications known as the Maginot Line and the Siegfried Line, respectively, featuring reinforced concrete to withstand aerial and artillery attacks. The Germans also built many bunker fortifications along the infamous Atlantic Wall. World War II was also when the first attempts to create bombs capable of penetrating bunkers began. After all, traditional bombs were all but helpless against these fortified structures that had become increasingly prevalent on the battlefield. When a conventional bomb drops, most of its energy dissipates into the air, leaving the concrete structure mostly intact. The impact creates a shockwave and might even create a gaping hole, but it simply isn't enough to breach the thick concrete wall, as the surrounding concrete will absorb some of the bomb's kinetic energy, slowing it down. The bomb needs to break through the concrete and explode inside to do real damage. Now, concrete might be strong under compression, but it's actually quite brittle when stretched. This makes it less effective against high-velocity impacts. Professor Phil Purnell, a concrete technology expert, puts it bluntly: concrete is inherently brittle. It's good at being squashed, not being stretched. And that's its major flaw. It cracks and crumbles under pressure, creating vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities that the British exploited to create the Tallboy bomb and subsequently the Grand Slam monster, revolutionary designs that changed the game in World War II. You see, these devices were no ordinary bombs. They weren't designed to directly penetrate defenses, though they could do that. Barnes-Wallis, the genius behind these bombs, designed them to land close to the bunkers, penetrate deep into the ground, and then explode. This technique would create a camouflet, a large underground cavity, while delivering shockwaves that could devastate structures up to 500 feet away. Thanks to this approach, the Tallboy and the Grand Slam effectively turned the ground beneath fortified targets into a quaking mess. That's why they were also often referred to as earthquake bombs. It goes without saying that both of these bombs were engineered for destruction. Weighing in at 5 tons, the Tallboy had a streamlined design that allowed it to exceed speeds of 750 miles per hour when dropped from 18,000 feet. This aerodynamic structure was crucial. It wasn't just about falling fast. The design featured offset fins that caused the bomb to spin as it descended, enhancing stability and accuracy while making it less likely to be deflected by air resistance. As for the Grand Slam, its name does it justice. Weighing in at a staggering 10 tons, this bomb was an engineering marvel designed for ultimate penetration. It could puncture as much as 20 feet of reinforced concrete, targeting the very core of enemy fortifications. The bomb's casing was crafted from a robust steel alloy of chrome molybdenum, specifically chosen for its strength and resilience. In order to survive the immense forces at impact and achieve maximum penetration, the design had to withstand the brutal conditions of a near supersonic descent. However, even with these impressive specifications, the reality of aerial bombing was fraught with challenges. Some of these massive bombs broke apart on impact, which wasn't entirely unexpected given their sheer weight and the design compromises necessary for achieving such mass and speed. Basically, the shape of the bombs was optimized for falling, not for punching through solid barriers, and this posed significant risks during deployment. Still, both the Tallboy and Grand Slam demonstrated their prowess during World War II. For instance, 2 Grand Slams penetrated the 15-foot reinforced concrete roofs of the Valentin U-boat pens at Farge, showing the incredible destructive potential of these bombs. At the same time, the shortcomings of these bombs made weapons developers look for new solutions. And the so-called Disney bomb was created. Yep, you didn't mishear that, and yes, it's that Disney. Reportedly, a group of British Royal Navy officers came up with the idea of this bomb while watching a 1943 Walt Disney animated propaganda film, Victory Through Air Power, where a similar, albeit obviously fictional, bomb was depicted. Officially, this bomb was known as the 4,500-pound concrete-piercing rocket-assisted bomb, and it was the brainchild of Royal Navy Captain Edward Terrell. His primary vision was to create a new weapon that could achieve much higher terminal velocities than the free-falling Tallboy or Grand Slam. Utilizing the principles of Newton's approximation for impact depth and Young's equation, Terrell designed a bomb that was about 16 feet long and 11 inches wide. Its sleek, long, and thin construction was pivotal, as it meant the bomb could focus all its kinetic energy onto a small point. Think of it as a dart hitting a target rather than a boulder rolling downhill. The Disney bomb contained over 500 pounds of explosives but weighed a total of 4,500 pounds, as its official name suggests. This ratio allowed it to maintain a powerful punch while being significantly lighter than its predecessors. To achieve maximum velocity, 19 3-inch rocket tubes were attached to the bomb's rear. These rockets were timed to ignite 30 seconds after the bomb was released, propelling it to an astonishing 990 miles per hour, which translates to Mach 1.29. Though the British designed this bomb, the Americans were the ones to ultimately deploy it. The US dropped 158 Disney bombs from B-17 Flying Fortress heavy bombers during the last months of the war. However, it was the tests after the war that truly revealed the destructive capabilities of this bomb. A single Disney bomb could penetrate almost 15 feet of reinforced concrete at the Valentin U-boat bunker, a major German submarine construction and repair facility located near Bremen, Germany. The bomb didn't just breach the roof of the bunker, it blasted through the 3-meter concrete floor below and ended up in the sand beneath. The lighter, slimmer design also meant that aircraft could carry more Disney bombs compared to a single Tallboy. However, precision was still a significant challenge. The bombs lacked a guidance system and had to be dropped from a predetermined height of around 20,000 feet. This freefall lasted about 30 seconds. At 5,000 feet, the rockets ignited, expelling the tail section and adding 300 feet per second to the bomb's speed. This brought the final impact speed to 1,450 feet per second. But even with their revolutionary designs, the Disney bombs were still not foolproof. Without a guidance system, they were effectively unguided missiles that relied on precise calculations regarding height, distance, and speed during deployment. While they marked a significant advancement in bomb technology, the true evolution of the bunker-busting munitions came in the decades following World War II. One of the first bunker-buster bombs to contain a guidance system was the Tarzan, a 12,000-pound bomb deployed in the Korean War against an underground command center. As for its construction, the bomb was nothing more than a Tallboy with added remote guidance. However, this period, namely the Cold War era, was marked by a proliferation of bunkers. After all, this was the time when a nuclear war seemed a little too close for comfort, prompting nations to dig deep and fortify their defenses. Both the US and the Soviet Union were burying their bunkers under huge volumes of soil and reinforced concrete to withstand not only conventional bombing, but also the devastating impact of nuclear strikes. One bunker complex in particular, Mount Yamantau, stood as a testament to all the Cold War's tensions and paranoia. Nestled deep within the Ural Mountains, this sprawling complex was rumored to stretch for miles underground, composed of an intricate maze of fortified chambers and tunnels designed to withstand the worst. According to a US congressman at the time, Mount Yamantau was capable of surviving half a dozen repeated nuclear strikes, one after the other. However, it wasn't the construction of these doomsday bunkers that triggered the development of modern bunker-buster bombs, it was the Gulf War. During Operation Desert Storm in 1991, the US faced a pressing issue. The Iraqi command bunkers were buried deep underground and reinforced with several feet of concrete. As a result, the existing 2,000-pound bunker busters were ineffective against these formidable structures. So the US Air Force urgently needed a solution that could penetrate these hardened defenses. Why urgently? Well, because the ongoing conflict demanded immediate action to neutralize the enemy's command capabilities. Otherwise, the US risked prolonging the war and allowing Iraqi forces to regroup and mount a stronger defense. In response to this critical need, the Guided Bomb Unit 28, or GBU-28 for short, was developed at breakneck speed. This innovative bomb measured an impressive 19 feet, giving it the necessary mass to ensure effective penetration. Weighing in at 5,000 pounds, it became one of the heaviest precision-guided munitions of its time, demonstrating the commitment to overcoming the formidable defenses posed by Iraqi command bunkers. Constructed from a modified 8-inch artillery barrel with a diameter of 14.5 inches, the bomb's casing provided exceptional durability and strength, vital for withstanding the immense forces encountered during deployment and impact. Inside, the GBU-28 contained 675 pounds of tritonal explosive, a powerful combination of 80% TNT and 20% aluminium powder, which enhanced the bomb's lethality and made it approximately 18% more powerful than conventional TNT alone. With these specs, the following sentence shouldn't come as a surprise. The GBU-28 was designed for serious impact. The bomb was capable of penetrating up to 20 feet of reinforced concrete and reaching depths of 100 feet into the earth. This allowed the US forces to target and neutralize previously invulnerable bunkers. And the best part? The GBU-28 was equipped with a state-of-the-art laser guidance assembly, so it could home in on targets illuminated by ground spotters or aircraft, with the bomb's fins providing precise steering during its descent. No more maths, just a laser focus on destruction. Remarkably, a bomb with these qualities was developed in just 28 days. But how was this even possible? Well, the US military dipped into its stockpiles and modified existing 8-inch howitzer barrels at the Air Force Research Laboratory Munitions Directorate in Florida to transform them into bomb casings. In an astonishing display of engineering and teamwork, bomb prototypes were produced and tested in record time. On February 27, 1991, 2 operational GBU-28 bombs were delivered by F-111 Aardvark combat jets during a critical mission. While one bomb missed its target, the other made a direct hit on a heavily fortified Iraqi bunker, with smoke coming from the entrance signaling a successful breach. This pivotal moment not only demonstrated the GBU-28's capabilities, but also marked a turning point in the conflict. The Iraqi command was left in shambles. Within 2 days, faced with the reality of their compromised positions, Iraqi forces surrendered, marking a decisive end to their operational advantage. This event alone made the GBU-28 a game-changer, a weapon that would reshape military tactics moving forward. But remember what we said, with major advancements in bunker-buster technology came significant leaps in the concrete technology used for the bunkers. And Iran was at the forefront of this evolution. The introduction of ultra-high-performance concrete, UHPC, marked a seismic shift in bunker construction, reshaping the landscape of military engineering. First used by the US Army Corps of Engineers in the 1980s, UHPC didn't become commercially available in the US until 2000. However, Iran quickly recognized its potential and began implementing this technology in their military infrastructures. What makes UHPC special? For starters, it boasts a staggering yield strength of up to 35,000 pounds per square inch or more, a massive improvement over the 5,000 to 10,000 pounds per square inch typically found in traditional high-strength concrete. This impressive strength is achieved by transforming concrete into a composite material through the addition of high-carbon steel fibers, glass fiber, or a blend of both. These fibers play a critical role in preventing cracks from propagating throughout the structure. Instead of a large, catastrophic failure, UHPC develops a network of smaller fissures, allowing the concrete to absorb more energy without succumbing to structural collapse. In addition to its impressive strength, UHPC exhibits remarkable ductile behavior, allowing it to deform under stress without failing outright. This is a first for concrete, which traditionally has been brittle and prone to catastrophic failures upon exceeding its limits. When combined with appropriate fiber reinforcement, UHPC can achieve flexural strengths of up to 7,000 pounds per square inch. The result is a material that not only withstands direct impact, but also maintains its structural integrity over time. But what do all of these characteristics mean for UHPC reinforced bunkers? Well, in the late 2000s, rumors began circulating about an Iranian bunker that had been struck by a bunker buster bomb. But instead of detonating and penetrating the reinforced concrete, the bomb became embedded in the construction's surface. If the rumors are to be believed, UHPC had just shrugged off the bomb like it was nothing. Naturally, this worrisome development sent shockwaves through military circles in the US, as it highlighted the effectiveness of UHPC in rendering traditional bunker-busting munitions ineffective. The US's response? A new bunker buster bomb, of course. Meet the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator MOP, a truly monstrous piece of military engineering. Developed after the US noted the decreasing efficiency of earlier bunker busters, this weapon was designed to tackle the hardest, deepest targets that traditional munitions simply couldn't reach. Weighing in at 30,000 pounds and stretching a massive 20 feet long, the GBU-57 is a heavyweight in every sense of the word. Its purpose? To penetrate up to 200 feet of earth or 60 feet of ultra-reinforced concrete. This is possible thanks to its incredible construction. The bomb's casing is made from Eglin steel, a highly durable, low-cost alloy that offers exceptional strength. With a tensile strength of 10,000 pounds per square inch, more than 6 times the strength of construction-grade steel and over 2.5 times that of steel used for artillery barrels, the GBU-57 can withstand the immense pressure of boring through the hardest materials before unleashing its deadly payload. Speaking of payloads, the MOP carries a staggering 2.4 tons of explosives packed into a 6,000-pound warhead. The bomb is guided with GPS precision, using lattice-type fins to ensure it hits its target with pinpoint accuracy. Given its enormous size and weight, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber is currently the only aircraft in the US arsenal capable of carrying the GBU-57. Each B-2 can carry 2 of these 30,000-pound bombs, and they have been specifically retrofitted for this purpose. With all this in mind, it shouldn't be surprising that the US has spent more than $300 million on 20 of these bombs, each costing a mind-blowing $15 million per unit. Boeing and the Air Force continue to enhance the MOP's capabilities, ensuring it remains one of the most powerful non-nuclear bombs in the US inventory. Of course, concrete isn't sitting still either. In recent years, innovations have made this ubiquitous material tougher than ever before. Back in 2007, the University of Tehran created concrete cubes capable of withstanding between 50,000 and 60,000 pounds per square inch, a significant jump from traditional concrete strength. Fast forward to the 2020s and there's the micro-reinforced UHPC, a next-generation material known for its extreme ductility, energy absorption, and resistance to chemicals, water, and temperature. But that's not all. There's also the functionally graded cementitious composite, FGCC, an even more formidable contender. FGCC is created by layering different types of ultra-high-performance concrete, each with specific strengths. The outermost layer, made from aggregate-reinforced UHPC, is designed to be incredibly hard, while beneath it lies a thick layer of hybrid fiber-reinforced UHPC that absorbs energy and resists cracking. The innermost layer is a tough steel fiber-reinforced UHPC, which catches fragments if the concrete does crack. As Dr. Stephanie Barnett from the University of Portsmouth points out, this is the next step in the never-ending seesaw between offense and defense. Stronger bunkers are being built as ever more powerful munitions are developed to breach them. One thing's for sure, the war between bombs and bunkers is far from over. But what about the war on bunker bombs? Can they be stopped in any way? They can, but only before they reach their target. This can be done in several ways. Number 1, intercepting the delivery vehicle. The first line of defense is to intercept the aircraft delivering the bunker buster. Countries around the world have invested heavily in sophisticated air defense systems, such as the Russian-made S-300, S-400, and S-500, which are designed to shoot down incoming threats before they reach their target. Number 2, destroying the bunker busters mid-flight. Fail to take out the aircraft carrying the bunker buster bomb? No problem, just go for the bomb mid-flight. This aggressive tactic requires advanced precision munitions like air-to-air missiles or drone-mounted weapons and carries inherent risks, but the potential to neutralize the threat before impact makes it a high-risk strategy worth considering. Its success hinges on accuracy and quick reaction times, demanding skilled operators ready to act swiftly. Number 3. Disrupt the guidance systems. If you can't take out the bunker buster before it reaches the intended target, you can at least ensure that it misses the mark. Using electronic warfare to jam signals or deploy countermeasures can confuse the bomb's built-in guidance systems, causing it to veer off course. Number 4. Attacking the ammo bunkers. Another disruptive strategy is to hit the facilities where bunker buster munitions are stored. Striking these ammo storage units with precision weapons before they can be deployed significantly reduces the threat. Plus, it also creates chaos in enemy ranks, thus disrupting its operations and eroding confidence. With all these strategies in mind, one question arises: could anyone other than the US effectively counter advanced bunker buster capabilities? Iran? China? Russia? And if so, which of the methods of stopping these beasts do you find the most effective? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now go and check out This is How the US Plans to Destroy Iran's Underground Bunkers, or click this other video instead.